Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ria Day, and I'm welcoming everyone to you, and thank you for being so loyal to my art page. Thank you for all following me and liking my art. I very much appreciate it. Today, as promised, I'm going to be drawing young Michael, and today you'll be seeing a lot more of my secret skills of how I do young Michael's hair, which is an added skill. Obviously, the shading techniques and everything else is the same. What I do is I always do an outline of my artwork, and I always do an outline of my artwork, and that is just to save time, basically. So without further ado, this is young Michael. Any questions that you may have? Oh, hiya, Rita and Ida Rita. Any questions you may have, please put them to me, and I'll try and answer as best I can. Yeah, my best friend can assist me as well. Say hi to my best friend Maggie Miles. She is Chanel. She has her own page on Facebook. She's an amazing and so talented singer, amazing best friend, sister. I've made up a word and it's best sis. So she's not just my best friend, she's more like a sister to me, and she helps me. And she's also, I was getting there, she was also my manager. So she will be assisting me yet again today. Right, I'm just going to start on his eyebrows. Like I say, if you've got any questions on, if you're starting up drawing or you want some technique ideas, I had a nice young man email me, well, actually messaged me here, and he wanted how to start a drawing. I did say always start drawing the eyes, always draw the eyes, then the nose and the mouth to line everything up, and that helps you determine the measurements of the portrait of the face. And yes, it is the hardest thing to do, is a portrait, other than landscapes and animals are also portraits, and they are hard. So if I can help any of you with any advice, then don't hesitate to ask. Like I said, some people might be artists and wanting to join, do their art once again. So I'm here to help at any time, okay? Apart from when I'm asleep. Just a small joke. Right, so obviously Michael's vitiligo wasn't present when he was a young boy, so there's different colouring techniques as to when he's older. Obviously, after more after the Bad album, that his vitiligo actually got worse, I believe. As I'm drawing him, I noticed through the years that it does get, it just get worse. So now I'll be starting on his eyes. Now, he did have actually really dark brown eyes, but when you're doing eyes, there is black to his eyes and also dark brown. Ah, bonjour, Veronique. Welcome. Right, so starting off on as I'm looking at it, obviously it's his left eye, but it's right to me as I'm drawing. As you can see, everyone, when they've got light source of wherever they're photographed, they have a twinkle of light in their eyes, and that's why there's white like circular pattern there. Like I say, everybody has that light source twinkling in their eyes after wherever they're photographed. He's had really dark brown eyes, which is important when you're drawing Michael. Sometimes people do them black. They're not black, trust me, they're dark brown with shades of with black in them. Yet again, another bit of light source here. Thank you for joining us, for them 3 people that are here. Obviously, if any of you guys know of anyone that wants to see the video, it's recorded. I go down Facebook, so they don't get to miss anything. And if, like I say, if there's any tips, just if you can't ask me during the show, then you can always message me. Right, just finishing off his eye, which is the eyeball, and doing his eyelashes now. Right, now, when we have like creases in our eyes, it's a really dark colour depending on what skin tone you have. Michael had a dark skin tone when he was a young boy, so I'm doing a dark brown for the shadowing of the crease of the eye, the eyelid. And obviously in this case it's dark brown. So what I do generally, when I do like the eye or the nose, I just gather up my colours beforehand, and then I do the colours, like one eye might be lighter than the other one, according to the light source. So I always have different colours, different shades of, in Michael's case, browns. Right, so now when we smile, we always have a line when we smile. It's natural, everyone's different, but there's like a little crease line under the eye. It's important when you're drawing a face, anyone's face, that these lines are present. Be honest as possible when you're drawing. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks. If you could present the drawing, which I've had in the past, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of portraits for people. I used to get them returned, and they used to say, Ria, I don't really like my drawing. That's why, because I have all my laugh lines, all my creases on my face. To draw a drawing, I have to be honest. I can't draw you, because if I don't draw you as what I see, you won't look like you. And they kind of got it, but some of them didn't. I'm doing his eyelashes now. Hi Chantel, how are you doing? Thank you to Veronique and Chantel. Thank you to the 4 people that are watching. Thank you for your loyalty. Right, going to the other eye now. As I say, guys, if you want to draw a face or anything that you're drawing, draw what you see. It's like when I've taught Margie to draw her animations, always, don't be frightened, but draw what you see. You could have a dark colour like this, but if you take pressure off your pencil, you can make it a lighter line. That's such cute eyes. Right, so there his eyes. I'm going to get a lighter brown now. I'm going to shade in just around the eyes. Like I said, I do everything in order. Instead of doing like the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, I work down my way down, and then there's no smudging as well. It's like I see some guys and some artists, and they actually use something to stop them from smudging, but I don't use anything like that. As long as you're careful, you don't need them things. Everyone's different though. Right. Doing more shading now. How's it looking, guys? Give me some feedback. What do you think? Easy. Oh, and by the way, Maggie had such a time trying to position the camera. It is really hard because you don't think when you have your camera normally and you want it to point down when you're drawing. It's different when you're doing a Facebook Live when Maggie sings because you have to get it the right way. The camera's actually upside down. So Maggie had to position the camera, didn't you? Right. Just when I see something that needs added on, I go as I do it as I go along. Try not to like press on with your pencil, even when you're drawing the outlines, because when you press on, when you rub it out, you can see the line before it. Do it lightly when you're working it out, because if you don't, like I say, you'll be able to see that line and you'll be like, oh no, to start again. Right. Oh, I'm fine, thanks at the moment, Chantel. My leg's getting a bit better. How are you? Hope that you're all right. Right, now I've done that, I'm going to slowly move down to the nose. And the nose is very important. I thought, obviously, in Michael's case, it changed a couple of times when he got older, but it's important to get the shading done right on the nose. And I'm going to. Sorry?
I've got a Facebook user system who's blocked. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, that can be sorted out after. Right. So anyway, I'm doing the nose, and like I said, I've changed pencil. I'll be doing a lot of that, so I don't think, well, you change your pencils, but don't worry about it. It's because in terms of the shading, it has to be done with different colours of browns, which I do select beforehand. It's all that to save time, that's all. I don't want you guys thinking, what's she doing now? What's she doing? It's such a cute little nose. And like I say, I do draw everything I see, and maybe that's why you guys think that, a lot of people say my drawings wink at them because they look so real, because I take time on drawing everything I see. I have left the door open for Drew because he's coming home. Is he now? So,
That's interesting.
yeah. Right, so there you go. More dark pencil, dark brown. As I go up towards the eye. There's like hidden, like little lines as well, when you're doing the shading. And then you think that looks really weird, there's a squiggly line there, but what it does is you do it really lightly, and when you do the lighter colour for his nose, it all blends in. So don't look at it at your drawing and think, oh no, it's wrong.
Addie also said, I'm learning right now. I've learned shading from Ria, and I appreciate those lines that you do.
Oh, thank you. So anyway, Right, so my husband returning home. Right, so now I'm going to do the shading of the nose, which is a lighter brown. Right, so here we go. Like I say, all them lines that you've done, like these, don't panic, because they will actually blend in, and it'll make the nose look exactly like what the picture is. It's important to get your shading right as well. Don't press on too much, do it lightly, and then go back to it and press back on with your pencil. There is actually a few colours here, so what I do is I use a trick. I use the same pencil but just press on with it, and that actually produces a different shade. Telling you all my secrets again. Right, down here there's a source of light. Like I say, in the eyes you have, everyone has a source of light, but round the nose here I can see on the picture that there is a source of light. So what I do with my pencil, lightly, very lightly, I draw the shape of the source of light, as you can see. Then I leave that a lighter colour, and then I go on to shade round it. Okay. As you can see. So then, when I notice that there's darker brown of shading, I go over it, because I like to do it as I'm doing that moment, because I might forget. Same as doing it afterwards. And once again, blending it in. There you go. And then getting my lighter pencil and blending it in further. That's how you do it. Thank you, Chantal. Hi, Tom. I got your message, Tom, but I'll have to read it after the tutorial. But I did get part of it, so yeah, I think that's what's happening. So don't worry, we'll read it afterwards. I'm not ignoring you. Right, just going further up the nose now. Again, just lightly doing it. So if I have to go over it in darker, I'm using my light pencil, but when there's even lighter areas, I'm very, very lightly shading in. You see? It's all the same colour there. But I'm leaving this area here, what I did mark out that was lighter. Round this source here, which is the light source, which is the shadow of the light, it is actually darker, and that's how you can differentiate from the light to the darker colour. Just get tricky. And then up there is another light source, but I'm going to shade in around this area first. And I know what shape the light source is up towards the top of his nose, to his, between his eyebrows. And I leave that blank for now, and then start shading around it again. Okay. Thank you to the 7 people that have joined me. I appreciate that. Oh, 8 people now. When I looked up, there were 7. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you for the 0 people that came to my connection.
I know. Poor Maggie had nobody. It's really, really sad because Maggie does take time to prepare for her live shows. In case you've just joined us, Maggie's a singer and she appreciates everybody that joins the shows. But sadly today they didn't join the show.
Not one person.
Not one person, apart from me, was. But she was quite sad. We do appreciate people are busy, but yeah, not fair really when she prepares for them. She gets asked to do these shows, and when she actually finally does them, nobody turns up. And the same people that ask for them to do it don't turn up, apart from if they've got things to do, or if they were somewhere, you know, like people have explained to me where they were before. I'm not going to say, you know, who they are, but we do appreciate that they've either in the middle of something, or they're going out, or they just weren't there. So. But Maggie does actively inform people days before. Right, as you can see, I've gone over the darker areas there. Now it's time to swap pencils. I'm going to go to a slightly different one and do some shading in a darker colour. But I'm going to do it lightly. Even though it's a dark pencil, I still go over it lightly. And it's important to sharpen your pencils as well. Keep them sharpened, unless when you're shading, you need to keep it, you know, more blunt.
Risha Gonzalez Jackson said, sad that she wants to watch more, but it's already 20 past 11 at night and she has to work tomorrow morning.
That's fine.
She'll watch when she gets home. God bless you and good night.
Thank you. Good night. God bless to you. And so thank you so much for joining. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. See, people have things to do. We do appreciate that. Like, there's different time zone as well, so we do appreciate that. And this is why it's brilliant. You know, all MJ fans can come together. So there we go. Someone important just popped up. By the way, guys, if I'm doing a tutorial and I get a call of someone else, the someone else I'm thinking of, I'll have to do another live show another time if that person calls. Because it'll end up being an important call. So just so you know, if it ever ends, I'll then say quickly that I have to go, and if I can carry on the show, I will. But if not, I'll be back at a different day. Just saying, in advance. Right, still doing around the nose. Like I said, this is the light source of what I've drawn around. Right, so I'm going to do above the eyelids now. I've done the nose. Like I said, I've done the light source on the nose. I can come back to that, but I'm going to carry on doing the shading in the eyes and the eyelids. Some lighted areas as well above his eye. And obviously towards this side, there's darker areas as well. But I'll just shade in the light for now and then go back. Going to this side, and as you know, it's symmetrical. Everyone's face is symmetrical, but the shading can be different. So don't be fooled by the shading. There you go. Lighted areas. Taking pressure off my pencil. With the same colour pencil, I can make 2 colours. That's only because that you're taking pressure off your pencil. See? And then making it lighter in the middle. And that's the secret. And underneath his eyebrows is his skin. So there you go. Right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do under his eyes. Like I said before, I've done the, you know, the creases in his eye, which you all have, we're all different. I'm going to go round the side of his eye. A little bit of dark shading. And still welcome to the 8 people. Thank you, Chow, for joining. I did see you, but I'm going to give you a shout out, but thank you. Please tell me, guys, how you think I'm doing.
John is saying that he's trying to stay strong. It looks amazing, Ria. I have to get ready for my day now. Love you all.
Thank you for joining anyway. Thank you for popping in. But I'll read your message there. Thank you. Thank you, Maggie.
Chantal says, as much as I want to stay to keep watching me, I have to go. It's time to fetch my Kiki. Love you guys, and you have and you do have hands like an angel with the magic art that you do. Keep it up. Love you guys.
Okay, thank you, Chantal, for coming.
You're welcome, and okay, really, that's from Tom.
Thank
And
you.
Chantal says, take care.
Right, Tom and Chantal, thank you for coming and take care.
Have you guys got any questions you want to ask Ria about what she's doing right now, or in any way about her art? Please pop them up here and I'll read them to her and she will answer you. So any questions that you have, guys, pop them up.
Could be any question you want. Obviously, you know, drawing related or Michael related, anything. Ask me how long I've been drawing, anything, you know, just ask away.
And for those of you that cannot understand English but can see the art taking place, I will translate it in French for you.
Maggie can translate for you. Okay. Veronique, if you're still there. Or anybody, just let us know. Right. Sorry, I go from one to the other. If I see that it needs a shaded. Right, just going under his eye now. And as always, I always post underneath this live video, if Facebook can leave it on because the devils were taking them off. But if it can leave the video on, I will place the finished drawing underneath once I've finished. So I don't always get to finish them. So I don't like dragging the videos out too long because people can't stay. So
Monique is French, yeah?
Pardon, sir?
Monique, is it Monique?
Veronique?
Veronique, she's French, yeah?
I believe so.
Okay, Veronique, si vous avez des questions, entrez en question et Ria vous répondez. I'm waiting for questions. I have to.
Just doing his forehead now. Like I said, I do the darker shades and then go over with the lighter shade. Thank you to 6 people remaining. Thank you. Like Margaret says, if you've got any questions at all, please pop them on. If you forget, you can always message me, or I'll always get the comment after the video has been posted. Don't be afraid. If you're from another country, just doesn't matter. We'll be able to translate it. Maggie will sort that out. I know there's language barriers too. We're not all from the same country. We're all different. So.
Okay, merci, says Gentile, just be an admiration. So she admires your work.
Merci beaucoup, très bien, hein, mon ami Véronique. How do you say thank you for your loyalty? Maybe it'll pop up.
No, I'm thinking gracias in Spanish.
No. Okay.
Merci, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Merci beaucoup.
Okay.
Right, getting a lighter colour, much lighter colour, and going over the dark areas.
Okay. Véronique, merci pour votre fidélité. Fidelity. Yeah, there you go. Merci pour votre fidélité. And that's loyalty. Okay.
Thank you, Maggie.
I'm trying.
You know, can all try. Trouble is, it translates it after the fact. It doesn't translate it during the live show. And it's frustrating for people that can't speak English. So at least they can just watch what I'm doing. Right, can you see that I'm blending the dark, well, the lighter colour into the dark, taking care of what I see of the light source onto his skin. Different shades. Can you see that?
Oh my gosh. Type down there. Pretty good at your French. Okay, très bien en français. So I understand that. I understand that means very good at your French. Merci, Véronique. Merci. The only thing is I don't understand that one, so I'm gonna have to go from French to English.
Okay.
Oh.
Right, as I mentioned before, I can use rubbers as tools. And this is what I showed Maggie. You use your rubber. If you think, well, I've not got enough light source on, what I can do is use the rubber to raise it.
Véronique has stated, incroyable comment elle joue avec les couleurs pour le ombrage, means incredible as she plays with colors for her shading.
Ah, thank you. Merci beaucoup, Véronique. I wish I knew a bit more French. I did do it at school, but
I don't even know.
I haven't got a broad French vocabulary.
Sebastian has just come in and says, wow, very cool.
Hi, thank you. Right. I'm going to go slow. So I'll move the picture up because I need to go down where his cheeks are. So I'm gently going down.
It's really looking beautiful, huh?
Thank you. I'll just move it back. I think I keep moving.
She is seriously a talented and incredible artist, guys.
Thank you, Maggie.
I'm so proud of you. You've got 7 people. Proud of you, hon.
Thank you.
Cool.
Right, going over the dark area now, over the light colour. As you can see, it's very important to get your shading properly, like I said before, and then that will determine, that makes it look like the subject who you're drawing, basically. Otherwise, it just goes totally wrong. And get this, guys, I have never been to university or college to do with my artwork. Never. I'll let you into another secret, because I don't always go on about it on my art page, but some of the times I did. I've actually had my best friend contact a wonderful author called Dennis H. Christen. And basically, he's been watching my work, he said, but Maggie gave him a push and contacted him and said that she would like my art to be recognised, and it would be lovely for, like you guys, for everyone to see it. He contacted her back a couple of days, was it, Mag? A couple of days?
Yeah, I think so.
And actually said, how better to have her work recognised than for her to be the new junior main illustrator to my junior novel. I was like, no, really, I was really elated. And I was running around the house going, oh, you know what I mean? I couldn't believe it, and it was all due to Maggie. She won't accept that it's totally her fault why, I'm in this position. She has helped me so much, trust me. She's always there for me. She's such a loyal best friend, an amazing best friend. Just thought I'd put that in. Right, just going to go around top of his mouth. There's more shading here. Right, important to get the shading around the mouth as well. He's very serious on this. He's not smiling. He's a serious little boy at some point when you're getting photographed. There's actually a series of pictures from this photo shoot that he did. And there's another where he's smiling that I've drawn. And there's another pose where he's really, really serious on it. I'm a very, very big Jackson 5 fan. And Maggie's got into that now, and we did actually go see the Jacksons, didn't we, Mag? And she loved it. She was amazed. It was lovely to go see him. I mean, I was obviously lucky to go see Michael, but I really wanted Maggie to experience the Jacksons, and I'd never been to see them, so it would have been nice to go see them, years ago when Michael was around, but not to worry. Can't always you can't always get what we want. Wasn't that the Rolling Stones?
I got what I wanted, except my ticket was torn.
Oh yeah, such a shame.
Just because we weren't in the same area.
Right, I'm going to do more shading around the top of his mouth. I forget what they call this part of the mouth. If anybody knows, please jot it down, but I forgot. Do you know, man? Like I say, it's important to get all the shading done to make it look like the subject you were drawing. And I always do the darker areas anyway. So, actually, Caucasian people are much harder to draw. So, yep.
Sorry,
So
I've got to go into Google Translate.
Ah,
Sorry.
yeah, sorry.
Okay. Veronique has stated, quali parti purvu est la plus difficile et de plus important dans la réalisation du portrait de Michael, which translated to English means what part for you is the most difficult and most important in the realization of Michael's portrait?
The important and most difficult part, right? Let me think. I guess it's getting the right, like I said, the right shading, if you could say shading. Hopefully the nose, because it's getting the nose, you know, right for him to look, because like I say, he changed his nose many times. So I guess doing the nose and make sure that the proportions are correct, the measurements. So I guess the nose really, but it's once you've been doing it portraits as long as I remember, you get used to that. So it's not really hard, it's just tricky sometimes. Right, I'm leaving a white gap at the top of the mouth, guys, because he always seemed to have a lighter area above his mouth. So what you do is, my voice. What you do is you use your pencil and shade it a lot lighter. Okay, you see that? And once I do the mouth, it'll all become apparent. It'll be more noticeable. So don't worry about that. More darker areas. Right. I don't know if you ever noticed, but here on his cheek was a little kind of mark, a birthmark. You see that? So if people do get mixed up when he's small between him and Marlon, you can always say, well, he's Michael because he's got that mark on his cheek. That's how you know it's Michael. See?
Just have to get one thing in. I have a page all dedicated to Marlon Jackson. If anybody likes Marlon Jackson, I do have a fan page dedicated and set up to him. So, I'll place the link up here so you can, if that's okay with you, Ray.
Of course, yes. I'm going to say put your links to your singing page as well. Everything.
Oh, okay.
All the links associated to yourself, put them there.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sweetness.
Okay. It took whatever link you want to put there, just do it.
It's just that I don't want to kind of like do anything without permission first, because this is an art, your art tutorial as well.
Doesn't matter, just put them there. Right, doing his other cheek now. Thank you to the 6 guys out of my 3,600 followers. It's funny, isn't it, how some people can't make it because of time difference or whatever. Right. Right. Taking care to do the shading properly. Darker areas seem to be around his jawline on the sides. Darker areas here. Okay. How long we got?
We are almost 50 minutes into your tutorial.
Okay, cool. At least get his face done for now, so that'd be cool. Right. Very thinking that what's she doing there? But it all comes apart when she blends the lighter colours. So. Right, getting my lighter pencil now. It's going over.
I put 3 links. I'm going to put my same page, one on this page, and my art page.
Okay, cool. Right, so guys, if you want to go and visit Margie's pages, she's placed the links up there. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Have you put your animation creation? Yeah. And she's got fans of Marlon Jackson and also a singing page, Chanel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed. She's truly amazing. So please, please visit them.
And if any of you are interested in the fans of Marlon Jackson, I do have an interview, part 1 and part 2, where, what's his name? Darn it. I can't think of his name.
Is it an interview?
It's an interview, yeah. I'm just trying to think of this guy's name. Oh, what's his name? I'm just like a brain fart or something. I can't. Arenzo Hall, that's it.
Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
There is a interview with Arsenio Hall on the actual page, so go visit. Each one is about 20 minutes long, but you'll like it. It is seriously amazing, it really is. So take a good look at it.
I'll have to be adding some more people to there anyway, so I ought to do. Well, I'm just going back to what I can see some more darker areas. I'm going to do another trick as well, because I've got another colour I need to go over his face with, because it wasn't just brown. There was some like reddy areas as well, so I'll be going over that. Oh, you can what you want. Just so I mentioned Dennis H. Christian earlier on, the book I do actually, all I have illustrated for is the story's called London's Bridge and the Three Keys. And they have a Facebook page here. I have 2 groups of London's Bridge, and Maggie's got her own group which you could place up there as well if you wish.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Because we really need people to join that one as well.
Yep.
And what it is, it's a real characters, because the story is about the sea creatures and like a battle between the sea creatures and the humans. I'm not going to give spoilers out because I've done an interview about this as well. So there's no spoilers. It's just that, you know, we wish you to purchase. Yeah, we wish you to purchase the book, because there's no point telling. It's like watching a film. Do you want that person sat next to you to tell you all about that film?
He died.
Yeah. That's what my brother does. It's very annoying when someone sat next to you, go, "Hey, watch this. This happens and that happens," and then eventually they tell you what's happening before, you know, you've watched the film. So this is why we're not going to tell anybody, because why would you want us to tell you and spoil it for you?
There you go. It's all up now.
Thank you. Cool. So if you go to the final page, what Maggie's posted, that's all about the real creatures of the sea, whereas my pages are actually about the characters within the story. And it's a book for juniors,
Well,
from 5 to 11-year-olds. Sorry.
I was just saying, my page that I created for London's Bridge and the Three Keys is based, it's an educational page for children. So, you know, if children have come home and they state that they need to do a project on creatures of the sea, then they can look to my page. I've got Hank Hammerhead, which is, of course, a shark. We have Chenock, which is a squid, and so many other characters. You know, as you go in, you will be able to see the characters, and you will be able to see their true form in the sea. Like Hank Hammerhead is his name, and obviously Hammerhead, as you know, guys, is a hammerhead shark.
Yeah.
So I have all the information about a hammerhead shark, its prey, you know, what it likes, you know, to do, you know, how it regenerates certain bones, things like that, you know. So it's worth a look. It's taken me a while to get it all sorted out and up and running, but I feel that, you know, the children need more education to stop litter in our seas these days, rather than just have a bag of crisps and then decide to throw it in over the wall to the sea. It's not good. So they need to understand that litter is wrong.
Yeah, so basically the story is, like Maggie says, it's about the environment and how we're treating the oceans. We're just throwing our litter. Obviously, if they're out in boats, they're throwing their, discarding the bottles, the, you know, whatever, the crisp packets or whatever they want into the sea, and it's killing sea creatures, and it's not good. So this is another reason why this is so passionate to us as well. So Maggie's worked so hard at that, because she meticulously studies what the creatures are and writes it on her own words. She takes a very long time doing it.
Oh yeah. For one character, guys, I would stay at my desktop for, let's say, take an hour break, from like maybe 10 to 11 to do maybe a few snacks and whatever. But I would work from 9 o'clock until 2 in the morning, working on, you know, getting my character properly, getting it looking like the character that Ria has drawn. So that you can decipher, you know, obviously you'll know the drawing ones from the real ones, but you know, I want to make it go hand in hand with Ria's illustration, because, you know, it has to be perfect. Like Ria, you know, her drawing has to be perfect. With me, the characters have to be perfect. They have to match what Ria drew. So, like for instance, Tenoch, this is going to sound funny. Tenoch is a squid, but when he stands up, it looks like he looks like a penis. Putting it politely, but you had to look for a squid that looked like a penis. It was so funny.
Yeah, we've had various jokes over this. Yeah,
It was
trust
so
me, the
funny.
author's been through that too. So there we go. Yeah.
Well, actually, I should have said it looked like a man's genitalia.
Yeah.
That's actually what I should have said. But I mean,
But you know, it is true.
but you actually had to try and find a squid that looked like a man's genitalia. It was funny. Myself and Ray were laughing, trying to find it. It was just
Yeah, you'll see if you go to the page, you'll see what we're talking
yeah,
about.
exactly. So go to the page, like I said, guys, and
Will be revealed.
give it a like, and if you've got any grandkids or if you've got any children that tell them to go into the page because it's very educational.
Yeah.
And it is based around children. So I mean, the story itself, the novel that Ria illustrated for, is for, you could say, primary age kids or kindergarten kids.
Yep.
So, if you go in here, it's like telling the children, right, okay, this is the real character, what the real character does. You might have a starfish, which is sparkles, and you have a little, paragraph telling you all about what a starfish is, how it eats, how, it travels around in the water, and in the sea and the ocean, what its prey is, things.
Right,
There we go.
and we're back in the room.
1, 2, 3.
It's a snake. Just a Facebook's, glitch there.
Oh, there we go. It kind of goes all scrambly and then it comes back.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not to worry. We don't, lose your viewers over it. So
Just to let you know, you've had as much as 9 people so far watching you.
thank you to the 9 people. Obviously, some have gone, but don't get bored, guys. This is what it's like. Takes a while, right? Remember when I was saying, if you're still here, them guys that
There's
heard me,
4 people here.
I am actually going over the drawing with the red to make it look more brown. Don't ask, but that's what you do. Well, that's what I do anyway. So, because it didn't have like Barry White, the singer, or Ray Charles, they all have different tones of, colours of their skin. And Michael had a lighter tone of his skin when it was younger.
He's so beautiful.
I know. So that's simply what I'm doing. So there you go.
We were watching History Tour last night and I was just blown away.
Yep.
He is just amazing.
Right, so sure is.
He was gorgeous when he was an adult, but he was even more bonny when he was a kid.
Right.
Wow.
For sure.
God, I would love to have been friends with him in primary.
Yeah,
Childhood sweethearts.
Such a talented young man at this young age, Never heard, apart from Frankie Lyman, who was Frankie Lyman in the Teenagers. He had a really good voice, but nobody ever had the voice like Michael. Stevie Wonder, yeah, they signed him up when he was quite young at Motown. But like I said, there's nobody ever like Michael. I mean, there's a young guy now with the Gillespie brothers, young Zachary. He sounds like Michael, but you'll never be like Michael. There's nobody like Michael. You can sound like him all you want, but you will never be Michael Jackson. But you are good. All these little singers like that, it's great to hear different singers. We don't get enough of these singers that want to be like young Michael, They want to be like the older Michael. I like to see, younger ones singing like him as well. A bit like when Musical Youth was around and, New Edition. I like to see that. Right. Just going back over some of the darker areas. I'm going to do the mouth in a minute, so don't worry. Just go over the chin in red too. There we go. I know you might find it odd, but it makes it his skin mark look more chestnutty, because that's basically what his his skin tone was like. More lighter areas. I'm going back to the brown. You'll find that you keep going back to different colours as well. I'm going to say it underneath there.
Nobody writing is yet?
No,
Any questions,
I
guys?
like to watch. Just like to watch, don't they?
Any questions? Pop them up. Any questions, s'il vous plaît?
I don't know if she's still there, is she? Still there?
Bear with me here.
I need, no, it sounds weird, but I need a yellow. And you're like, what?
Yellow.
Yeah. A yellow dewy shading, trust me. It's really weird, I know. But
Okay, yellow.
Yeah.
Well, you're the artist.
not too much. You'll find it, you'll see weird and wonderful colours in different people. Their colour is the skin. So
Mettez-vous, ma granny. Mettez-vous. Mettez-vous là.
Right, apart from me and Margie, maybe me, I don't know if it picks me up, but can you just put down who you are that's watching it all?
Yeah. Right. For people that are watching, the 4 people that are watching, could you please pop up your name? Please pop your name up so we can give you a shout out. All right, 3 people that are watching, can you please put up your name so we know who you are and we can give you a shout out?
That's only why we don't want to, do anything untoward. We just want to know and say thank you for your loyalty, the usual.
It's because of you the show goes ahead.
Yep. It's because of you guys that why I've got so many followers, and also to Maggie as well. Like I say, she's helped me a lot. She's helped me get you guys.
That's why my show didn't go ahead, because there's nobody in there. Oh, it was like an empty room. Come on, people, put your name up. 4 people, come on, put your name up.
Come on, guys, put your names up.
Come on.
So all we want to do is just give you a shout out.
3 people. Okay, 3 people then. Please put your name up.
Right, I'm going to do his mouth now. Go over in red. Just what you're doing that for, but it's just like when you paint, you do an undercoat.
So Savasti has, she's in. So thank you, Savasti.
Thank you.
She has put her name up.
Right, thank you.
Ozam, as in Nuwasnaz. Arnea, I don't know how you pronounce it. Nawasnaz.
Okay, hi to you.
They put their name up. Thank you very much, guys, for the people that are putting their name up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
You have 2 people in the room, and you've that man and or woman, and you have Savasti.
Okay. Hi to the both of you.
Thank you.
Right, just doing his mouth now.
Gosh, Michael is so cute.
Apart from my own son, who's probably was the cutest I've seen, but he was the second cutest little boy. My son was so cute, and I did name him after Michael, but he's not a fan of his. because that's simply all right. But I didn't force force him to like Michael Jackson just because he was named after him. He had his own, he's got his own likes, and that's
Explain the second name, how you named him the second name.
Yeah, I named him Michael Darrell, simply because when Michael Jackson appeared in Bad, the short video, short movie, short film, whatever you like to call it. His character in there was Darrell, because we wanted to name him after my brother Darren, but he said no, he needs to have a different name. So I thought, I know, watching Bad, give me the idea. I thought I'll name him Darrell, so that's why he's called Michael Darrell. So there you go. There you know. More little secrets that they know. Right, I'm just going to go over that. There's more dark areas on his mouth. Blending them colours in now. Right, going down to the bottom of his mouth. I know it looks really weird to you, but there is part of his lip that is a bit like pinky. So I'm doing that now. I'll be doing his hair shortly as well. You see that? Just to get that effect in around the edge. Light sources again, and go over very lightly with the brown.
That is so true, Sebastian. Michael is ever so cute. Yes. Do you think she also paints with eyeshadow?
Pardon?
She also paints with eyeshadow.
Cool. Anything you do in it, yeah. Great idea. People do different things. Yeah.
It's funny. People that have, liked before, unlike my page, and I've gone back and liked my page.
Okay, now.
So it's like a like. I didn't think they could unlike your page.
Well, you can click on like. Yes, you can. I won't give you any ideas, guys, but don't do it. But yeah,
you
you
can.
can. Of course you can.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I've done his mouth. Yeah, you can do anything like that. Yeah.
Because it came up, a certain person liked my page, then unliked it, and then liked it back.
Yeah, they do that. They do it all the time. On mine, I can lose, say, a couple, and then it'll say that they had them back, and then it'll come up that it doesn't say who's liked my page, so I know that someone's actually liked it again, because it hasn't come up with a new person that's liked it, if you know what I mean. It's a bit confusing. But yeah. Right, so having done that, I can do is right. I'm going to show you a technique. So them five that are still here, hi to you all. You're going to see a technique what I do when I'm doing Michael's hair. Right. So I'll do his hair and then we'll wrap it up. So let's have a look. Just make the picture a bit smaller. Right.
That's a wrap.
And then I do the dark areas, but I'm going to do like the technique what I do. It's like his hair was really tight, as you know, as it was an afro. So this is what I do. And if I see any lighted areas, obviously this is what I do. Leave them lighted areas. I go around in a very, very small circular movement like this. And you might think, well, that looks rather odd. If you've seen my other drawings, you'll know what they look like at the end. Right? It's just on the tips because where the light has hit his afro, that's all. All right? So like that. Not everywhere on his hair, because it depends where the light is hitting his hair. Right? Can you see that? So you've seen one of my secrets, and only you guys that follow me, including Mark, gets to see my secret.
Oh, I knew all along.
Did it change? You've probably been nosy. Did I take? I taught you that though, didn't I? Didn't I tell you? Yeah. Yeah. Right, so there you go. So that's how I do it. So I'll carry on with that. So like I said, there's a few light areas up here. See, many artists do it different way, you know. I mean, as I'm getting to the other side of his hair, up around here, just do a defined line. And there's some more lightened areas there. You see. Be sure to press on. This is just a small tip if you're ever wanting to start, you know, drawing micro. It's quite hard, but and then you can go around the edge, you know, like his around the edge, like his loose little hairs like that after. So carrying on with the lighted areas, like I say, it's only in so many places where there's these lighted areas. So you just go around like that, circular movements, like that. Lovely thing again. Right. So as I'm drawing with my pencil, it all blends in after. Right. So what I'm going to do is go around here darker. Okay. See that? Taking care not to go over the line to hit his face. Okay, always circular movements for his hair. Always. Don't be like this, because then the finished product, he didn't have straight hair. The finished drawing will look like he's got straight hair. So you have to, I know it's tedious, but you have to do that. You have to have patience. It's a lot of qualities that you need to be an artist. Patience is one of them. You know, you think, oh, have I done it yet? You have to stick it out, guys. Like this, you see? Darker areas at this side. And there's a lot of sharpening of the pencil, just so you know. So I'll be doing that soon. There you go. His ears. See that? I'll just give another 5 minutes of this. Like I say, I'll finish the product, the drawing, and then I'll post it on my page after, and then underneath the live video. So there you go. Always in circular movements like this. Right. And then once I go over the lighted areas, always in the circular movement again. You see that? And trust me, you'll be able to see the effect after you've done. Right. So here you have it, guys. I'm going to finish the product after, so I think I spent quite a lot of time. That is the finished face, his finished face.
Melanie Freeman said it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Melanie. All right, Tom Pickering. Please say hi to me. I didn't know you were here, like I was drawing away. But how are you, Tom? I'm so glad you've joined. I could continue for a little bit now that Tom has joined. I'll spend another 5 minutes. See? So you get the full effect. You see the darker and the lighter areas in the hair. Obviously it's not finished, but I keep going back to it. So. Some areas in this hair will look more grey than others. It's like there. See it there? Like I say, it's a bit tedious work, but it's worth it at the end. There you go. You see? So what I'll do, guys, I'll just carry on for another 5 minutes. Hello, Sandra, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Hi to you. I'll just continue for another 5 minutes, and then I will be posting the finished drawing, okay? But I just want to say to some people that have just joined, is a massive thank you. If you want to see the beginning of the tutorial, obviously you can see the, it records it, so be able to, watch places that you may want to watch, the beginning of it. And I do actually do the outline first to save time, so, but you'll be able to watch the beginning of the tutorial, like I say, afterwards. But I'm so thankful to all of you. And
Sandra De Vega Anderson says, wow, that is beautiful.
Yep. And listen, guys, any comments that you make, I always answer every one of you. Some days I wake up on my Facebook page and I'll have 99 plus notifications when I've posted a new drawing. The next morning I'll find that more people do like and react to it, obviously. But there's comments that I do get, I do actually answer each and every one of you. I don't think, oh, I'm not answering that. I do answer every one of you, don't I, Mag? She says, yeah. Better. So anyway, sharpen my pencil again. It's important to keep your pencil sharpened, especially when you're doing his hair. Small movements like that. So it's a small tip. Is anybody, Sandra, Melanie, are you artists at all? Have you come because you want to see me drawing, or have you come also if you want to get some tips of drawing? Are you artists yourself? Be nice to know. As you can see, it's tedious, but it has to be done, and you'll find yourself going over it again and again and again, just so it's right. Any artists here at all?
Celestia's just said it looks great. And she's blowing your kiss.
Thank you.
Wow, very cool.
Thank you. There's a Kendra Stevens.
Kendra Stevens saying it's so realistic. I want to watch. I can barely draw stick figures.
Bless you. Thank you, sweetheart. Maybe you'll be able to get some tips off myself. Maybe. Maybe you just think that you might not be able to, but don't be frightened. I tell you something, Kendra, why don't you draw me something and message me with it? And if you want me to, I can't teach anyone how to draw because you've got to be born with the gift. I can do my best at showing you how I do things, or I'll give you some tips. But if you draw me something, I would love that for you to post it to me. I love anybody to do that for me. I would love more people to message me.
You got a question from Sebastian. What about trying to make the video in YouTube? You get more likes and Pinterest.
I could do, yeah, could do that. I'll post it onto YouTube actually. I'll do that. I need to post my other one on.
Cantor saying he looks like Janet, but very much himself.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
the MJ cast.
MJ Cast, thank you for joining us. I didn't realise that you were here. Wow. I didn't even know. You guys from Australia. Wow. MJ, just so you know, MJ Cast are amazing. I did actually get my work shouted out on, I believe it was their number 21, 21st show. And at the end, they did give my artwork a shout out. So I'm very, very appreciative of that. Thank you. I did ask them to do an interview regards my art, but they said that they obviously dealt with people that have met or, you know, had connections with Michael. But not to worry. I was going to do a radio show with a lady. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to say the person's name because it's quite personal, but she did actually pass away a few months ago, and I'm really sad over that. You know, we were going to do one together. We actually started one, but there was obviously technical issues. But I was really sad over her passing. So, but it would be nice if, you know, to do a video interview regards my artwork. So. Me and Maggie has actually been interviewed about my work for London's Bridge on a Made in Leeds. So if you go to www.madeinleeds.co.uk, you'll be able to see May the 31st, wasn't it, Mag?
Kendra has just stated, Kendra Stevens.
Yep.
He lives in your paintbrush. You have resurrected his soul through your art.
Wow, thank you. See, I can't always see the comments that come up, because when it glitches a bit, it kind of stops me from seeing them comments, which is quite annoying.
No, she said she was going to go 5 minutes, guys, and yeah, she's doing the hair, guys.
Yeah, well,
doing the hair.
People have come in later, so I know it's been like how long's it been now?
It's been just an hour, just it's been nearly an hour and a half.
I'm sorry. It'll take me a long time to upload it on YouTube, I guess, but never mind. I just saw new people coming and it was unfair to go, so we're probably doing other things to do now. Right, just finishing off the hair and then I will be going. Right, so now you see the way I do my hair. Not my hair, but Michael's hair. Right, so that is the nearly finished drawing. Nearly finished. So what I'll do is
just a slight bit.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
What I'll do is I'll finish the drawing off and I will be posting it at the bottom, and I'll get his hair, you know, perfected. He's got his little shirt and his neck. I'll finish that off. But thank you so much for all of you that joined me today. I will be doing more tutorials, but thank you so much. Right, so for now, guys, see you later and have the good rest of your day wherever you are. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.